Home buying process, step 8, the option period. Maybe you've been searching for homes online and you've seen a listing that's labeled active option contract. That means the house is under contract and in the option period. During the option period, the buyer has the option to back out of the deal for any reason whatsoever and still get their earnest money back. Here's what that means. The day you get under contract is day 0. The next day is day 1 of the contract. You have until close of business on day 3 of the contract to deliver earnest money and option money to the title company. Now, what's earnest money and option money? Earnest money is typically 1% of the sales price, sometimes more, sometimes less. New builds can ask you to put anywhere between $1,000 flat fee for earnest money all the way up to 10% of the sales price, depending on the builder. For an existing home, it's typically somewhere around 1%. So for a $500,000 house, your earnest money is going to be somewhere around $5,000. You send that to the title company, and that's your way of putting skin in the game. If you back out, get cold feet last minute, the seller gets that $5,000 earnest money. So what is option money? Typically, we will put an option period into the contract. 5 to 10 days is normal for an option period. And there will be an option fee associated with that option period. I've seen a seller request 0.1% for option money. A lot of times it's less than that. In a really competitive environment, it might be more than that. But for the sake of this video and round numbers, let's just say it's 0.1%. So for a $500,000 house, let's say your earnest money is $5,000 and your option fee is $500 for 7 days. In that case, you would wire $5,500, that's earnest plus option money, to the title company. If you go through with the transaction, that $5,500 goes towards your down payment, or it goes towards your cash due on closing day. So let's say your down payment plus closing costs is $50,000. So your cash due at closing would have been $50,000, but since you've already wired $5,500 for earnest and option, now your cash due at closing is $44,500. So what happens during the option period? First of all, you can back out of the deal for any reason you choose and get that $5,000 earnest money wired back to you from the title company. The seller would still keep the $500 option fee. That's non-refundable. That's like us saying, thanks for allowing us to take the house off the market for 7 days. Here's $500. If you have a 7-day option period, then after 5 p.m. on day 7 of the contract, you can no longer back out of the contract for any reason you choose and get your earnest money back. You no longer have that option because you're past the option period.